Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppits, rocking the Amon Amarth shirt because today we're drinking an Amon Amarth beer. I'm a huge Amon Amarth fan. I've been following them for years. I've seen them live quite a few times now. Last time I saw them was last year in December before the whole COVID thing exploded in Aarhus in Denmark, and it was amazing, the show, with warm-up being, amongst others, arch fucking enemy too. It was great. So Amon Amarth did a new couple beers with 3 Floyds, and unfortunately these weren't available in Europe. I think back in the day I reviewed their first collab, which was Ragnarok, which was an Imperial Porter, and I think I got that sent to me as well. The first time I tried it was with actually Chad from Chad's Beer Reviews in his car at the airport in 2012 when I was going to study abroad in New Mexico, in Albuquerque. And what happened was that I reached out and asked if anyone could get these releases. And oddly enough, Nathaniel, who lives in Albuquerque in New Mexico, was good friends with Dalton, who you might know if you've seen the channel, was like, hey, Dalton just moved back to Albuquerque. He's a trained chef now. And I can't remember from where. And he had bottles, so they would like to ship one over, along with some new La Cumbre releases, which was sounded dope, because they both hooked me up with quite a few different La Cumbre releases over the years, and it's been a long time since I had any, and they had this, which was great. So they had the package sent out, but then because of the COVID thing, the US said no to all flights of packages, so it took over a month to arrive, unfortunately, and it got caught up in customs, so I didn't get the package until like almost 2 months after it was sent out, which is a shame because it was with snail mail. But I hope it's still going to be good. I mean, from here it smells nice. So this, guys, is the 3 Floyds and Amon Amarth Hati Berserkers IPA. This is part of 2 collabs, Skull and Hati, 2 wolves of Norse mythology. One chases the sun, the other the moon. And they're trying to swallow it, and I think it's like when they swallow both, Ragnarok starts, or something like that. There's a song about these wolves on the new Amon Amarth album. That's why they decided to name the beers after that, which is pretty cool. And actually, the other release, Skull, I have coming my way too, because Dan, aka Dan the Man, was kind enough to actually buy me a 6-pack to bring for Copenhagen Beer Celebration, which is going to be postponed. I think it will be in October, but we'll see. I don't want to keep my hopes too high yet. I'll cross my fingers, but we'll see. So we'll get to try that too, which is so dope. It's so awesome to have awesome subscribers like you guys, and of course all you other guys as well, so you can get to try stuff like this, especially because I'm such a massive Amon Amarth fanboy. So, Skull and Hati, it says here, from the iron walls of Jotunheim arose 2 wolves of wrath innate. Skull and Hati were their names, born of Fenris, born of hate. I think that is part of the lyric. So the Berserker IPA here, Hati, and I think Hati, is it Hati that chases the moon or the sun? I'm guessing Hati is the one chasing the sun, because it's black, and then the one that's white is the one that chases the moon. I can't remember completely. But this is a 7% hazy IPA, but it's going to be bitter because it's 100 IBUs. So I guess it's going to be like a West Coast New England hybrid. Thing is, it was bottled on, where was it? I found it the other day when I was just browsing the side of the bottle. Maybe I got it rubbed off. I did. It was right there. But not there anymore. I think it said it was in May or something like that. So it's like 2 months. It's more. May, June, July. It's 2.5 months. It's not super fresh, but what the heck? Let's try it. I've been rambling enough. So here's to Amon Amarth. Here's to 3 Floyds. Awesome metal. Awesome beer. There we go. Looks nice. Looks like, what you'd expect from like a hazy IPA, New England IPA. It's murky. It's very hazy, turkey gravy. I'm thinking, they're Arctic Panzer Wolf when I see something like this. By the way, 7%, just in a hazy format. Nice 1 finger almost of a white head and that hazy golden orange color. Let's check out the aroma on Hati Berserkers IPA. It smells like a hybrid between a West Coast and a New England IPA. They say lemongrass themselves, and I can see that. I'm thinking maybe there's a little bit of Sriracha Ace in here, which is very old school. It really reminds me of like Amon Amarth Hati's IPAs from back in the day, but hazy as well. Very bitter grapefruit and pine and pith and oily citrus. It smells old school. I think you can smell it's got a little bit of that like tea leafy hop character old school IPAs get when they age. And it's got a bit of that with a portion of sweet, kind of doughy malt as well. Floral, crackery, piney as well. Yeah, almost like a honey thing. But yeah, it doesn't smell like super fresh. It smells like just, I think it might have been more tropical super fresh, but it smells like an old school IPA done hazy. But let's try it, guys. Cheers and thanks a ton, Nathaniel, for getting this for me. Cheers. And Dalton, of course. Wow. Woo! Bitterness up your face. I can't remember the last time I had a beer that was this like bitter and West Coast like. It's hazy West Coast IPA. That's pretty much what this is. I guess they went for a bitter IPA as well. Hazy because it's trendy, maybe. But also bitter because it's called Berserker's IPA, so like a graspingly bitter. Because it has like this really grapefruity, pithy, oily citrus bitter flavor, lingering piney bitter aftertaste too, but also definitely a good amount of orange. Also, considering it's in a bottle and it's 2.5 months old, it's hold up really well. But you really have to enjoy really bitter, kind of more old school beers. But for me, that's awesome because I've been craving these kind of beers lately compared to all the haze. But it'll be fun to try the haze as well from La Cumbre that they sent out, or he sent out, because yeah, he said they were nailing like what has kind of become the newer West Coast kind of stuff, like bitter but also very fruity, like elevated IPAs, amazing and acclimated, and a lot of these IPAs, Project Dank, Father Nelson. If you never checked out La Cumbre, it's like just a brewery that doesn't get enough recognition, I think, at least in like an international scene, maybe because they are only really locally in Albuquerque. I think they're maybe a bit in the Southwest, but they make some great IPAs and great beers in general. I think what they excel at what I remember they excel at though most is IPAs. But apparently they're getting really good at hazies, so that will be fun to try. Because all of them are hazy except for one Kölsch, which will be really fun to try too. But this is nice. All things considered, it held up quite well. But it does have like that tea leafy old hop flavor, and it just reminds me of like back in the day buying American beer here on the shelves because it had that flavor. Because it's, you know, it wasn't that fresh, and nowadays they get like 2-week airship stuff. You can't do that anymore. Actually, Mickler just had another Three Floyds release with 2-week-old airship cans of Zombie Dust again, and what was the other one? Alpha King, and then a Golden Ale too, I think, and a Salmon Pants. So Warpix beer just brewed at Three Floyds. But yeah, I think this is very good. Don't expect like mega juice bomb. It's just pretty much like a West Coast IPA that looks hazy, I think, because it just screams West Coast with all the bitterness and everything. But it's just really nice. I think I would have gone like 90, maybe a little bit higher, maybe like 93 or something like that if it was fresher. But as it is right now, I'm going to go like 88 and 89. I think, or 88, 89. I think it would be really nice fresh. I'm going to go like 375 on Untapped. But if you enjoy bitter beers, IPAs especially, and you love Amon Amarth, and of course Three Floyds, you need to check out this. Fanboying like crazy. Or if I had Three Floyds, I should have worn my Warpix caps because they're involved with that too. Mega fanboying. But no, this is very nice. So thanks a ton, Nathaniel. It was great to check out. And yeah, thanks to Dalton for bringing this to Albuquerque as well. And as always, guys, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Remember to ring the bell for notifications. That helps a lot too. And I'm going to say cheers. And see you guys in another beer review.